Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. How are you? It's Maggie from Moon Directed. At this channel, generally we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward. But this month, I'm trying something for the monthlies, and we're going to use the moon, the earth. We're going to use Mercury, Venus, and Mars, because the planets, these are the inner planets, they most directly affect our lives on a day-to-day basis, but pretty much they will activate and stay in one place for most of the month, or just one or two places, right? So I'm going to get general guidance from the moon and from Mother Earth. And so, because the Earth rotates every day, and the moon is like 2.5 days, so I just thought we'd get a little general guidance from them. And then we'll move into the other ones. And okay, so Capricorn, you have your hard work is paying off. That is the new moon in Capricorn energy, so this is you being you. And you have balance and alliance. So balance and alliance. Alliance is who's helping you. Who's helping you, right? Who do you need to ask for some help and guidance, and go ahead and be willing to do that. And balance. Balance is often about, okay, so Capricorn, you can work yourself to death. So finding that balance between work and rest. And with the Mercury in retrograde going on, there's going to be a need to kind of slow down and review and renew and revitalize and relax a little. So finding the balance, right? Because you don't want to stop. Your hard work is paying off, but you don't want to run yourself into the ground. So on March 6th, on March 6th is interesting. We've got Uranus moving into Taurus. Things are going to be a little wild and crazy. Usually when the planet's at the 0 degrees like that, stuff can happen. So kind of keep an eye out for that. It'd be maybe like an earthquake or something, right? Out of fire into earth. And we also have the new moon happening in Pisces. So there's a lot of energy right there. On the 5th, we've got Mercury goes into retrograde. Right now we're in shadow. And so Mercury, let's talk about Mercury. Mercury's in retrograde. It is a chance to go over stuff. It rules Gemini, which is about your intimate communication, either through email, with your siblings, the conversations with siblings, co-workers, family members. So, oh, Capricorn, what the heck? All right, Capricorn. Also, during retrograde, exes come back. And sometimes the worst relationships are our greatest teacher, and you have teacher. So, are you the teacher, or are you being taught? Are you the student, or are you the professor? We have to be fair. So that's about finding the balance. That's about understanding if this, then this. Like it can't all be one way or the other. So maybe the teacher taught you that you needed to live your life in balance. Maybe they took and took and took, and they show back up, and you're like, you know what? Here's the thing, serendipity. You came back right now, and I know that I'm good by myself, and you're not for me. You may not be what you want to hear. Really not be what they want to hear, but you're going to have to take a look at it. So exes do have a habit of coming back during retrograde. So let's see here. Pisces is your Capricorn, your 3rd house of communications. So it could, yeah, so it's 3rd house of communications. So something's coming back. You're going to need to look at it and be fair. Fair to yourself, fair to everybody. Being disproportionate on one direction or the other is only going to create negative karma, and you never want to do that. So be fair. You know, remember that that things are happening in divine timing and divine order. That you two were teachers in one another's lives, but not for each other. Then Venus. Venus moves out of Capricorn into Aquarius on March 1st and stays there until it moves into Pisces. Until it moves into Pisces on the 24th. And so, wow. such interesting depth that you're getting here. So you have free from judgment, to be fair, is about judgment, and free to love, and the power of attraction. And this is Venus. So Venus is all about love, right? Venus is this, in Libra, it's about relationship and relationship balance. And so here's the thing. When this person comes back, it is important that you remember who you are, right? Because your vibrational energy will attract in equal vibrational energy, to be fair, to be balanced, to not be judged, to be free to love, to be free to be loved, right? And what's not for you is imbalance. So it may not be that the person's not for you, but imbalance definitely is not for you. And so ask the questions, have the conversations, right? Review, renew, revitalize, go over. Maybe this is how you heal your heart, is that during Mercury retrograde, when they come back, you get to review your relationship with this person, and maybe you discover what worked and what didn't work, why it didn't work. Maybe you can fix it, maybe you can't, but I can guarantee you that whatever went on before is definitely not for you. What's happening now? Be discerning, right? And attract in what you deserve. Raise your own personal sense of self-worth. You have raise or promotion, but I really think we're not talking about money here. I think we're talking about the Venus in Libra aspect more, but also self-esteem, self-value, self-worth, that's Taurus. And so maybe we're talking about you need to raise your own sense of self-worth. Remember what you're worthy of, and don't settle for less. Okay, I keep moving into it. It keeps getting snagged up. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have so much water in my chart, and these retrogrades are happening in water signs this year. And so for the next, 6 weeks, my videos might sound a little funky. Like I lose my thought, or I can't get a word out, or whatever. Because I noticed I was having video issues last week when I was doing last week's videos. Some of the videos I recorded like 3 times before I could get a video. Okay, so you have proceeding softly. Mars. Mars is in Taurus all month until the 31st. And Mars in Taurus, what does that mean? That means that action needs to be taken in steady measure, in structural building. And so before you decide one way or the other, proceed softly. So this means don't go charging in and being harsh and judgmental. Be fair. Listen. Listen really well. What are you hearing? Mercury is all about communication. And when it's in retrograde, the communication can be muddled. It can be incoherent. It could be inaccurate. So really pay attention. Really listen. Proceed softly. Don't go charging one direction or the other. You don't have to say, shh, get away from me. You hurt me last time. Wait, maybe they can explain to you why. But listen. Does it sound right? Does it make sense? Is it real? Be discerning. That's the to be fair part, right? And the power of attraction. I feel like this is a karmic attraction. This is not necessarily a twin flame. We have all kinds of soulmates. They come to teach us lessons. If we don't learn it the first time, they sometimes come back to, like, I don't know, take us to school again and teach us all over. So watch out for that. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Something has to be let go of. I'm so sorry. You have to release something in order to make room for something new and better to come in. You have to let go of your low self-esteem. You have to let go of the things that have hurt you. You have to let go of stuff to allow something better to come in. It doesn't sound fun and it doesn't sound easy. But it sounds good and it sounds healthy. It sounds necessary. And retrogrades are all about an opportunity to review our lives, to see what we can do better the next time around, you know, by going over it. Okay, so you have new doorways, right? Releasing something to let something new come in. You have flowing and evolving, right? This is you growing and changing and becoming the better version of you. It could be the relationship growing and changing and becoming a better version of itself. So maybe what gets released is the anger or the resentment from the past because you go, wow, we're just not those people anymore. That might be what you let go of, right? And you have spiritual quest. So be true to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. I want you to see this card again. Freedom from judgment, free to love. That's how you should feel. You should not feel judged, and you should feel free to love yourself, free to be loved for yourself, and free to love others for themselves. Wow, that's pretty heavy. Okay, all right, so, Capricorn, I'm going to put over here the year that I did a couple months ago. It's been a few months. Maybe you haven't seen it yet, or maybe it's a good time to take a look at it again. And so I'm going to put that up. I'm also going to be back to do the weeklies. I will do the new moon, and I will do the full moon readings. I love working with the energy of the moon. Let me know what you think about this format as far as the monthly go. I really would appreciate your feedback. It really means something to me, and I definitely listen to everything I hear. So yeah, so let me know. Oh my gosh, it's retrograde. Okay, you take care, and I will see you back here for the weekly.